Most WPF developers say I understand XML, I understand C#, but MVVM totally confuses me. Some people copy MVVM code from Google, but they don't know really who talk to whom. If this sounds like you, don't worry, this video will fix that. Hello everyone, I am Harsh. In this video, I will explain MVVM in WPF using real code and proper structure. By the end of this video, you will clearly understand model view and view model and how they connect together. First, let's understand what is MVVM. MVVM is a software design pattern that separates an application's user interface logic from its business logic, making apps more modular, maintainable, scalable, and testable by dividing responsibilities into three parts: the model, the views, and the view model. Think of MVVM like this. Model holds data, view shows UI, and view model handles logic and binding. The rule is simple. View never talks directly to model. View talks only to view model. Now let's understand this with real working example. First, I will create the folder structure for MVVM pattern. Here I will create three folders, one for view, another for model, and another for view models. Let's create it. Right click on project and click on add, then select this new folder. And here I will say views. I will just copy and paste. And I will rename it. I will say models, view models. And then this I will say models. Now in the view we have to move this view to view. I will click on yes, and then I will move this model, which is our data, to models folder, and I will click on yes here, and I will create one view model inside view model folder. Right click on view models folder and click on add, then click on class, and here give the name main window view model, and then click on add. So now first make this public, and here we have to create the model property, which is our user class. I will say user, add the namespace for the user class, and now I will go to the main window.xml.cs file, and here I will create view model object. So here I will say here vm equal to new main window view model. Now I will set this as data context because now we are using the MVVM pattern, so our UI will interact with view model, not with the model. So here I will replace user with this VM. And all the command we have to move to our view model. So I will move this command here. I will cut it and I will paste it inside the constructor of view model. And also I will copy all this method and I will paste it here. And also I will cut this command and I will paste it here. I will replace this user with this user. Now our view model is ready. I will remove this thing, and here we have to add this because we want to notify our command. So this also we have to move it here. Let's remove this. Now if you see, our code behind only contain the view model object, which will set to our data context. So now in the UI we have to change, because earlier we used our data class as data context, but now we are using our view model as data context. So now let's change our UI. Our data context is our view model, but our data class contain only the data which is visible to our UI. So here I have created one object of data class and we will use it. So to use it, we have to replace every place where we are binded. We have to use user dot. Like that we have to use, because view model contain the model object and model object contain all the field required to display to the UI. Let's replace it. But we will not replace this register command because this command contains the logic which is available in our view model, so we can directly use this command. Now let's run and see. Here we are getting the exception because if you see here in the app.jml file, we have set the startup URI as main window. So here also we have to change this path. Inside the views, we have this main window UI. So let's rerun it. Okay, here we are getting null reference exception because I have not created the object of the model here. So I will create it. Let's rerun the application. Let's enter name, email, password and the country, select the skill, select this level, check this checkbox and click on register. We are not getting anything. So how to fix it? Let's see our binding. Here we have command. We have created the command. Binding is proper. Let's see in output window we can see some information about the binding. Okay, binding expression path, selected country property not found in object, registered command property not found on object. So we are getting two error. Let's fix it. Here we have to change it to user.selected country. And what about this command? Here we have to remove this because we set the data context as view model, so we no need to use the relative source. Now let's rerun it. If you observe here this time, this button is disabled. When we check it, then it will enable. Means our binding is working properly. Let's fill the text box. Select the country, select the skill, select the experience level, then click on register and you can see the value here. Full name, email, gender, country, skills, experience and term. All these things we can see here. Means our binding is working fine. So we followed here the MVVM pattern. But if you notice here, view is using our model class. This also we can do if you don't want to use this model here in the UI. So what we can do, we can have all the property what we have in the user in our view model. Let's copy it. First let's copy this property, all this thing and paste it to view model. I'll paste it here, and to notify our UI we need to implement this I notify property change. So this also we have to do here, and now we will not have any logic here like getter or setter. We will remove all this thing. Here I will simply use get and set for all the property. Now our model only contain the data, not any logic. Now all the logic we will write in our view model. So from the view model we will get and set the value of model. So how to do that? We have the user object here. So here we will set user dot full name equal to value. Same way user dot email equal to value. User dot password. User dot gender. User dot selected country. So from the view model we will update our model field, and for the getter also we will return this value like this. I will remove this from here, and here also we will say user dot countries. Now here we will remove because all the logic we have moved to our view model. So we will not do here this thing because we already have this method implementation. So whenever this property will change, we will call this method here itself. No need this statement here. I will remove this method. Now let's run and see. If you see here, our register button is disabled. When I will check it, then it should enable, but it is not enabling. Why? Let's see. I will add the breakpoint here and then here as well, and let's click on it. We are not getting anything from here. So what is the issue here? Now we have to remove all this user dot thing from our UI. We have removed it. Okay, and this also we will remove because this is not required here. Now let's run it. I will remove this breakpoint here. Let's continue. Let's click on this, and now let's see our button is enabled now. Means our binding is working fine. Now let's have some value in all the field. And click on register. You can see all the value in our message box. So this is how we can follow the MVVM pattern, and we can bind our UI using view model. And if you see here, this class we can utilize for our database related thing. If we want to use this model, this we can use in other place because we don't have extra property here. So we can follow anything like how we earlier follow. We have added the on property change in our model, that is also fine, but there the model is exposed to the UI because that time UI know the model. That is also fine, but it is up to you what you want, how you want to implement the MVVM pattern. I hope you learn how to follow the MVVM pattern in the WPF application. That's all for this video. If you found this video helpful, let's subscribe and share with your friends.